Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. Let's jump into it. So, I woke up a little bit earlier today, played a few little pre-market, 4 to 6:59. I didn't wake up till about 5, but Ordo, I don't know if you're on yet, but shout out to Ordo for alerting this one. It completely died. So ended up making about 700 on this one. And then I'm in RANI and BYND right now. So I'm in RANI from 229. And I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see what it does here at 7, see if it pops or see if it flushes. I might just get out of BYND. I got in earlier, but I don't want to have too many positions, so I can pay attention to 7 o'clock pops. So, but yeah, this one's a little risky, Hong Kong, but I waited for it to top out, and then once it started coming down, I started adding to it, but got in a little late, but still caught a decent flush on it. All right, 7 o'clock. Let's see what news comes out. Sent. $3.8 million float. FDA clearance. It's not up a lot. I don't love it because of that. Y'all know how I feel about these 20, 30% pops, but I'm in it at 508, but not heavy at all. Anything else moving from 7 o'clock news? Let's see. Is that DT or REPL? Since flushing, but I'm just looking at everything else that's moving. I'm just holding on to SINT right now, to be honest. Haven't closed any of it. Our EPL's moving. Let's see what's going on with this one. Our EPL. Rainy's tanking. What's the story with this one? REPL. Wish I would have entered more of the SINT. The thing ended up flushing. Dang. Only entered 500 shares on it, but up about 120 bucks, 150. But like I said, didn't enter it very heavy because I don't like 20, 30% pops. I don't know. I'm looking at this one. It's at a decent level right here, but what's the news on this one? I haven't found it yet. REPL. Probably overlooking it. REPL. It's still running. I'm gonna let it keep running while I do some due diligence. Announces FDA acceptance of BLA resubmission of RP1 for the treatment of advanced melanoma. So FDA clearance news. So I'm gonna let it run. I would love to see it get up to the daily SMA. I don't think it's going to do that. It's probably already topped out personally. I think $7 is where it was trying to go, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. REPL. Institutional ownership 96%, insider ownership 15%. So that's pretty high. Float is massive, 66 million. Stint has bounced back up, so I'm glad I went ahead and took a little bit of profit on it. If it gets back up to 512, 514, I'll add to it. But right now, I closed out at 300 of the 500 shares, so I'm only riding out these 200. But I would love an opportunity to get back in it. REPL, is this a bigger market cap stock? What is the market cap? Yeah, 351. So yeah, I don't do as well with these, where they just don't flush as smoothly. So here's a perfect example of a small market cap and a larger market cap. So it keeps pushing. So if it gets up to 882-ish, where the 200 is, might get a little interested. Even though I don't think this level's that bad, but this thing is pushing. So I'm gonna see where it goes first. There we go. SINT. Oh man. Money, money, money. Yeah, no, I'm avoiding REPL unless it gets to. Appreciate all the comments. REPL 87% institutional ownership, Ordo 96% Yeah, I saw that. So that's why I'm being very picky with this one. So the only way I will enter it is if it gets to the 200, hesitates around it, I might get an entry there, but not in it yet. But I'm fully out of SINT. I got out on this little flush here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh man, I should have held some with this one. But I actually called $1.70 on this SLGB, the one that Ordo called out in the Discord. So I can't complain with it, but man, this went negative. REPL is getting close. Grab me some locates. Disclaimer, not the perfect setup, large market cap, high institutional ownership, not an A setup. I just grabbed a couple hundred shares. If it wants to get to the 889 range, I might play it, but far from an A setup. Just want to be very clear. I'd rather see SINT make another push to these 5 to 512, 514 level, to be honest. I'll re-enter there. I might actually play it right here. I wonder if I should add a little right here. It's only up 20% though. Kind of want to play this retest, but I bet it fails here, but it's only up 20%. I don't like playing, or it's up 18% right now. So I'm gonna turn it down, and here it goes. Here's the flush. So let me pull back up RANI. It ended up flushing. So I kind of wanted to hold and see if this one just fades away, but I'm already up about 23 cents a share on it right now. So trying to decide what I want to do. Do I hold this one assuming it's going to fade more? It probably will. Or should I just secure the profit? So I'm probably going to at least trim some here. Ooh, I forgot I had a position waiting on BYND. Totally forgot about it. Uh, Not a smart thing to do at 119. So I actually just got a decent fill on it. Um, so I'm also in BYND. Oh, and back to SINT. I had an order waiting. I looked and I see that I have an order now. So I'm already up 140 on this, 130. So I had 500 shares waiting at 497, and they just got filled when I was looking away. So I'm glad I didn't play the retest. I had me an order sitting right under 5, and I'm in it now. I missed that push up, but I got filled. I got a few well, I can't say accidental fills, but strategically placed entries have played out today. Let's just say that. It's a double-edged sword, though, whenever I place them and then look away, because imagine if this thing just kept ripping. I try to place them in areas that I'm confident they're not going to do that. But again, double-edged sword. They can, y'all see it play out in my favor. It definitely plays out in my favor more than it hurts me, or I wouldn't do it. But I just want to be clear. I do get these nice fills sometimes, but imagine if this one just would have kept going to $1.50 and then I didn't notice and I had a, you know what I mean? So double-edged sword here. Probably should have took profits on that flush because SINT looks like it's wanting to bounce back. Boom, it's back up to 5. I'm gonna add some more here. Yeah, I wish I would have just covered. I'm back to break even now. But I added a little more. I think this $5 level is going to give it trouble. Well, that was a pretty strong move up. So let's see. Let's see. And I'll add some more up in the 512, 514 range as well. I think this is FDA news as well, right? Yeah. So it's decent. Now that I have a little bit of time with it, I might study it up a little bit. See what the story is with this one. Dang, I should have took that dang on that flush. That's what I get for being greedy. Well, I shouldn't say greedy, but trying to catch more of the move. And I had another order at 509, but yeah, it only got to 508. So I didn't get that one. There we go. So now I'm in 800 shares. So this flush was nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I trimmed some under VWAP this time. Learned my lesson. There we go. Man, what a good morning. Easy money. Thank you, Lord. So overall offering risk is very high for SINT. And fundamentally, they don't look that great. So I feel good playing this one. IOBT. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments. Ooh, RANI, next move down. I'm still holding, so I'll take it. BYND, I might trim some just to take some, not really to take profit, but just to get my size down because it looks like it wants to fight a little bit. So I saw they had some news earlier, IOBT, and it seemed like it was decent news. Was there like some, I'll pull it up just a second, like some phase 2 news or something? It'll probably flush, but I'm not rushing to get in it. Let me see what let me pull it back up. IOBT. It seemed like it was pretty decent news, whatever it was, I forgot. Yeah, presents phase 3 results. So that's not bad. As long as they were positive. So let's see. Primary endpoint narrowly missed statistical significance. Overall, HR 0.77 did not meet the threshold. Phase 2. Okay, so it looks like they passed it, but I don't know if they passed it with flying colors. I'm not an expert on phase 3 interpreting the news, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I just don't love it. Don't know why, but I don't. Maybe if it pushes back up to $1, did it make it to $1? No. If it gets to $1, I'm interested. If it doesn't get to $1, I'm not interested. So I'll set a little alert for 98 cents or something. 0.98. I'm not even gonna get locates on it yet. So if it gets up here to 98 cents, I'll get a notification. So what are y'all saying? Oh, nothing. It's a pretty exciting morning so far. Played out, I mean, sitting pretty good between the few plays. So probably gonna close out the rest of my SINT here in the 430s, to be honest. Yeah, I'm getting out. You might keep flushing, but at this point, how much is it up? It's not even in my top gainers. SINT. Oh, it's only up 9%. Yeah, I'm getting out. Cool. So I haven't played heavy this morning, and most pre-markets I don't play heavy. I know you'll see that. And then in Discord, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm more awake in the evenings or afternoons, but I'll go a little heavier. But sitting at $1,374.32. So pretty happy where I'm at for 7:17 a.m. But it's all been SINT, and then the play I was talking about earlier. I already forgot what it was. The one that I played right before coming on live. And Rainy helped a little bit too. I took some profits on it because I got an entry around 219 before, or 229 before getting on live. So can't complain. So I don't plan on rushing into any of these other plays. SINT basically is dead. REPL might play it if it gets up here to the 880 range. And then IOBT, I have an alert if it gets to $1. It did just make another push to 94 cents. So if it gets up here to $1, I might look to play it. The main reason is that the psychological level of breaking $1 is tough. And as you can see, there's a little bit of resistance right here. And then the 200 SMA is at $1.23. So $1 to $1.23 is probably my range where I play it. Oh yeah, what happened to BYND? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take some profits here. I'm just gonna get out of it. I don't know why I don't like it anymore. I'll close it for a small win. RANI, I already closed over half my position. I might try to just let these fade throughout pre-market, see what happens to them. With a stop a little above 240. So I can't really lose with this position. Our EPL struggling with 200 daily EMA. Yeah, I don't look at the EMA. So I don't know. I'm good, J Money. I already got enough things on my chart. Again, I know y'all like y'all's EMA, which is fine. I'm not gonna take, especially you, J Money. You take a hard stance on what you believe in, bro. I know that already. But I did a lot of back testing, and they respond way more to the statistically, way more to the SMA, the 200. But they did still respond to the EMA. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it was a landslide difference, surprisingly. Like they failed, it was like 3x as much on the SMA than they did on the EMA. But it's still probably worth putting on my chart. But I'm good now. I did a trade ideas back test. It was like 300% higher chance of like failing at the SMA. I don't know why, but that's what the results showed. And I believe it because y'all see how I play them. But I might get the EMA on there because I know a few of y'all use it and have had good results with it. J Money, so I got to get that EMA. I might do it. I might do it. I just try to keep it simple. But like I was saying, they do respond to it. It was weird. And I always thought it was interesting because a lot of other traders have EMA too, but I should back test it again, get some new data, see if it still lines up the same. Let's see if there's one I can take away to put the EMA since I'm not trading anything right now before I play with my chart. Okay, REPL is pushing up. We're getting close to that SMA now though, so I might be interested in REPL. But it is a big market cap, so there's a lot of things I don't like about it. Just small caps, J Money. That's the only ones I care about. Because trade ideas is you can set your parameters. So, under 200 million market cap, up 50%, blah, blah, blah. My typical criteria. Under 20 bucks or under 15, I can't remember what the back test was, but yeah, what I usually play. Large caps, mega caps, things like that probably respond more to the EMAs though. But again, I don't try to make it make sense. I just respond to what the data tells me. So I would have guessed EMA would have been more reactive, but but I might get it on my chart. I just have the cheap TradingView one, and I can only have so much, but y'all know I don't even look at volume, so I could put it, replace volume. But yeah, I might do it one day. You know what? Maybe I do it now. We'll take volume off. People probably think I'm crazy trading without volume, but I don't care. Wouldn't be the first time somebody thought I was crazy. And it won't be the last. There you go. Okay. Y'all, this is that area y'all were talking about. Cool, 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 cool. And again, like I was saying, the data didn't say it doesn't respond as well to it, but it was just crazy. There was a much greater chance that it rejects at the SMA. I'm not really sure why, the psychology behind that, but well, let's see. This one looks like it's struggling around the EMA because, like I said, it's this is where it's slowing down at. But J Money, before you join the group, I created a video on YouTube about it too, about how I use the 200 daily. It wasn't like that great of a video, but it explains it a little bit. And there's some data to back it. The back test results were wild though. If you only played like I did, and like you take your brain outside of it. Me and you know, a lot of us knows how to manage a position, but if you take all of that out of the equation, if you just blindly systematic traded it, entry at the 200, and I played around with the different stop losses on it, but basically every way I played around with it was you could make it a systematic trade. Like once it hits 200, enter. I think the stop loss was pretty high, like 50% or something. But it won like 80 or 90% of the time. It was like a crazy amount of number of win rate. It was, I think it was close to like 90% win rate. And then just take profit at 359. I don't know. I'll have to pull it back up. 3:59 p.m. It was the test only tested during intraday too, by the way, only after 9:30. Because trade ideas, that's the only downside to it. Its back testing. It actually has pretty good back testing, but it only does from 9:30 to 3:59 or 4 or whatever. But enough about that. I got it on my chart now. I need to put it on all mine though. I'll play around with it on this chart for now, but might need to upgrade my TradingView stuff. Appreciate it, man. Means a lot. Stinky man. Yeah, BG, I'm glad you brought that up. It's a good conversation. We probably get some 7:30 news here in a couple minutes. So until then, I pulled TZ1 up at all. I mean, I just read your comment. That's why I said it all. I pulled it up last night, and the interface is beautiful. Like I want to trade it. Y'all know I'm a mobile trader, so I just trade on my phone. But I know I'm at a disadvantage because of that. So at some point in my career, I would like to transition to trading some on the computer. You know, then when I'm traveling, I can keep doing my thing mobile. But long story short, I pulled it up last night actually and played around with it. What are your thoughts? You said it's kind of cool, kind of sucks. Like that, it looks cool, but I haven't really like tested it out. Because that's the problem with a lot of these if I don't like the way the interface looks, I'm not gonna use it. But TZ1 looked pretty cool. No, no stop loss in pre-market, Stinky Man. It's just not as clean as ZeroPro. Got it. Charts are better for sure. Yeah, I think they integrated, I could be wrong, but TradingView in them. That's why it looks better. Yeah, all these plays have played out pretty nicely. REPL. At this point, I don't love it as much because again, this is kind of why I don't like the 300 million market cap or more than 200 million because it not identical news, but very similar news. FDA news on SINT and REPL. Look how this one faded. REPL is pushing, and that's kind of the main reason. I just noticed once they get over 200 million market cap, they do flush. I'm not saying they don't flush sometimes, but they just have a greater likelihood of not giving it back and just keep grinding up. So you can make money on them, but I'm all about finding the edge, and I just don't think the edge is there as much personally. I mean, you can make money shorting Amazon, you know what I mean? But the point is, I just try to focus on where I think I have the best edge. So some news is coming out. RADX and ELAB both have news. Not much, though. I'm not seeing a lot of PRs. Oh, here's some more coming now. BCTX presents phase 3 clinical biomarker data at ESMO. So BCTX. We'll pull it up. BCTX. Not moving. I don't know what the news says. I just read the headline. Okay. But I actually enjoyed the Discord after hours live stream. And of course, hitting a almost 2K trade on there helps. But I last Friday, but I will probably start doing some more after hours in the Discord. Maybe on YouTube some too, but definitely on Discord. Just when I'm free in the afternoon, just hopping on. Because after hours has been wild lately. And it's not always that way. I talked about it a little bit some. We're getting that push here on REPL. I don't even think I'm going to play it, guys. It might fail here. I might wait to see how it responds. Y'all know I'm a front side trader. I might wait to see how it responds around this level. But yeah, after hours has been wild lately because this phase will probably end at some point. Because I gave the story on live on Discord. Sorry if you already heard it, but I vividly remember going to a Bills game in Miami. And before we went, I told my wife, I was like, hey, let's at 4 o'clock or like a few minutes before 4, we were in the lobby. I was like, hey, let me play the after hours today before we go. And I remember waiting 30 minutes and there was not a single pop. And now after hours, we're getting at least 10 solid pops. So I might start trading it some. And it's very similar money rotation theory as pre-market. I noticed the 405, 410 pops tend to pop and then they just fade hard because the money rotates to the newest, the 430, 5 o'clock pops, whatever. And I can't remember which one I traded Friday, but GITS was another example of one I traded. I think the day before, and like look at this flush, like, and I think this was at what times? Exactly at 4. See, the early ones push hard, and then they eventually just give it all back. REPL is over 8. Just reading the comments. Good, Ordo. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's not perfect, but Your feedback means a lot. I know you've used a lot over the years. I might, like I said, I need to. I know I'm at a disadvantage on mobile, but such against change. But I'm also, and this is what this is how I am as a businessman too, with my little businesses. It's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. So this has been working for me. So I haven't forced myself to change, but at some point I probably will, or incorporate it in my trading some. It'd be cooler for live streams if y'all could see me trade live from the desktop. So maybe one day. Let me know if y'all see anything else moving. I basically only played SINT since 7 o'clock, and I just took my profits on RANI, or half profits on RANI, but I'm completely out of BYND now. Not really sure why. I just feel like it could keep pushing. Yeah, I agree, Ordo. I don't love REPL. I don't even know if I'll play it. Can y'all see? Let me scroll it up. I know in the past y'all have asked to be able to see the time. There we go. J Money, you said I love REPL. Why is that? Do I see the right? Do I see that right? That REPL has 105%. Yeah, no, I'm seeing 90 from 100%. That's another reason why I'm avoiding it. That's what between it being 300 million market cap, huge institutional ownership, positive FDA news. There's a lot of reasons to not short this one. And again, you can probably make money on it. J Money is probably the reason why he likes it, is because he made money on it. But if there's tickers like this that are doing this, I would just prefer not to mess with this one. But not saying you can't make money on it. As I like mature as a trader, I really am trying to like dial in my which ones I choose to short. In the beginning, I used to short everything. Now I'm trying to dial it in a little bit. But it's been paying off. I mean, again, not to brag, but all green this month. Haven't had a red day yet. So dialing in entries, dialing in stock criteria, it goes a long ways. Cool, cool. So I'm gonna be patient, not gonna force any of these trades. I'm not seeing anything I love right now. And like I said, sitting at, well, now that I closed rainy, 1400 on the morning, so pretty content to be honest. But we'll get some more opportunities here. Okay, now it's at that 200 I was talking about. Let's see what it does. I didn't test market caps over 300, so this one, the data, I don't have data to support it, but I imagine it'll respond similarly. But again, a lot of things I don't like about it, so I'll probably just watch. Ordo, that's the rule for me too, man. Well, and I'm kind of joking, but it's funny because when I go long on these, I have a pretty good history of picking the right ones to go long on, but I again, this is like when all y'all jump on and say like you should be buy, you should do long and all this too. Like I see why y'all say that because there's definitely, you know, if you catch the right long, you can make a lot of money, but I'm just not good at my entries with going long. I get shaken out before it rips off, or I take profit too quick because I'm such a short bias trader. The entire time I'm in a long position, I think it's going to just flush. Are we going to get our first red candle in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles? Let's see. But I'm glad y'all are getting to see why I don't really care for these that much. This is an exact perfect play. Even if it rejects here at the 200, and what I mean by the 200, if you're new, 200 daily SMA. But this is why I don't really like them because they just slow grind up. They don't give you a lot of opportunity to get out if you get stuck in them. Where these volatile small caps, like even like rainy, like imagine you get stuck in this. There's a lot of even intraday as it was going up. Like, let me show you. So like a lot of opportunity goes up, then it dips, goes up, then dips, goes up, then dips. The reason I don't like these is they just don't give you a lot of like. I'm pretty good at managing positions once I get in them, but if it's just multiple green candles in a row like this, it's a little bit harder for me to manage, if that makes sense. So that's just why I avoid them. But like I said, you can make money on them. J Money's over here making money on it. It is hesitating around this level though. I might play it and then just stop out if it gets what, over 9. I have a little bit of a cushion today. See if it flushes back to VWAP. Because this is what I look for, hesitation around that level. So got me a very, very, very small entry if it gets it to 889. Okay, just got there. So I'm stopping out in like 10 cents because I assume this one isn't going to work. Risking 10 cents on the trade for a potential dollar flush. So basically a 10 to 1 reward. It's the only reason I'm playing this one. So I'm in it. 200 shares. So I'm in the money a little bit now. Just 200 shares, 889. But very low expectations with this one. Up about 50 bucks. There we go. So I'm up 60 bucks. I'm just laughing because I'm already wanting to cover it because this ticker is, I don't like it. Now that we're in the 830s, I'm going to trim 100 shares here. And now that we're in the 20s, I'm going to cover another share here and I'm out. So again, I like this ticker. It proved a lot of my thesis. Large market cap, grind up. SMA over EMA, fail. So again, I don't try not to BS y'all. There's a reason why I say these things. It's because it's just, I've been doing this for a while. IOBT is back up. Nice little retest. I want to see it get a little bit closer to $1, but that's a nice little retest. Medium says it. I mean, it failed also once at EMA. Then keep using EMA. If you want to, then just use EMA then. But it also broke above the EMA. And it might break above the SMA here too, though. But need them. I have both on my chart now. I might do that going forward. But the point is, it's not about proving right or wrong. I'm just telling you why I say these things, because I am not right all the time. I'm wrong a lot. Or just tell you why I avoid 300 million market cap because it grinds up like this. Why I choose entries at the 200. It's not about being right or wrong. It's why I have like my rules, if that makes sense, because I don't like telling y'all why I do things and not being able to explain it. That's kind of what I'm meaning. But yeah, EMA, I'm not saying it's BS. Everybody uses EMA. It's one of the more, I think it's actually used more than the SMA. But again, I just do it based on the backtesting data. See what y'all are saying. Be buy, be cheap. Make your long entries where you would look to exit. Very small, like last trade on Friday. No need. I went a little heavy Friday. It's funny because right before after hours, I said I wasn't going to trade big. And then a beautiful, I gotta remember what ticker that was. Forgot what it was. Hold on now, sir. We failed at $1 EMA. Okay, Jay. I don't even know what you're saying, Jay Money. Hold on now, sir. We failed $1 at EMA. SMA barely cracked 50 cents. But it's still going up. Y'all ignore that it's still going up. But that's all good. But I like them both. I'm not going to argue over EMA and SMA this morning. Y'all are right. What else are y'all saying? The thing is, it could fail here and go all the way down, and y'all will still say something. So I'm not going to try to be right. You don't have to take it. Y'all don't have to take my word for it. SINT definitely died though. No, it's all good, J Money. Again, it's just I'm not going to convince people to see things through my lens. One, there's no point. Two, there's always going to be a reason not to. So, all good. Alert on IOBT. So now we're getting to $1. Might give me an entry here. Go ahead and grab me some locates. I'm gonna play it a little small here, but got in at $1. Only 1,000 shares. Because I don't like love this play right now, but I'll play it. Got in at exactly $1. More just trading the psychological level of the dollar. And there's a little bit of obvious resistance right here. People that pull up this daily, I know they see this. So let's see how it responds. And then the 200s at $1.23. Yeah. J Money, we still talking about EMA and SMA? I've got No, I never said it was 1 versus 1. I just told you what my backtesting data said. You're the ones that want to challenge me on it. Or you are the one that wants to challenge me on it. You don't have to take it. You can shove it up here. You know what? I don't care. I'm not convincing people. I'm just explaining how I see it in my backtesting data. You can throw it out the window. Could care less. But I'm not going to say, yeah, EMA works better for the daily just because, that's what y'all want to hear. I'm going to go with what the data say. I'm not sponsored by the SMA, so don't worry. I wish I was. So IOBT getting a little flush here. See if we get back to the VWAP. I'm going to try to hold it to at least 90 cents. It could pop at the top of these candles around 94, but let's see. I'm going to try to hold it because I'm only entered 1,000 shares. So I'm only up $50 right now. Getting the flush. Kind of feel like it's going to pop right here. So I'm just going to, I covered at 95 or 94. And I might be losing 6 cents on this flush. It might go ahead and go all the way back to 88 cents, but it's hesitating at this level. It might bounce right here at the top of these wicks. So just went ahead and got out. Just secured $60. Didn't love the play that much. So if it goes to VWAP and then it retests 1 or 102, I'll probably go a little bit heavier because I know where to get out at. It's proven that it failed there once. So out at 94 cents and probably going to miss the flush to VWAP, and I'm okay with it. Here we go. 90 cents now. Look at this. Beautiful dollar rejection. Let's go, Ordo. So SINT, dead, REPL. Looks like we might get a little bit of a SMA retest. RANI is still kind of hanging on. J Money, I saw you said there's a lot of resistance at 2 or support at 2. It has been hanging around this area. BYND, I'm out of this one. So if IOBT gets back to $1, I might add 2, 3, 4K shares to it, depending on the price action when it gets there. I'll go a little bit heavier this time, since it's kind of confirmed that dollar psych level. Nice job, Jelani. Ordo, you killed it. Since nothing's happening right now, and we'll get 8 o'clock news in 4 minutes, I'll be right back. This would be a good time to pause for just 1 second, and I will be right back. All right, I am back. 2 minutes till the 8 o'clock news comes out. Ordo says, hit the like button. Please, guys. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. They go a long ways. I do this, try to share my knowledge with y'all for free. Again, I actually enjoy doing this, so and I appreciate y'all's insight as well. So appreciate you for the likes and the subs. SPRC, what's going on with it? I'm seeing it on my top gainers. SPRC. Is that $5? Anything interesting at $5? I'm not gonna really mess with it right now. Might fail here at the $5 level. There's no plays I really want to play for money rotation right now because REPL, y'all know how I feel about it. RENI, not so much. Ooh, we're getting up. What are these levels I drew previously? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone for now. It's probably a good play here, guys, but I'm not interested right now. I appreciate that, Alexander. These are all the alerts from earlier. Ignore it. Alexander, that's great. I appreciate it. Nice little flush here. Looks like we're about to get a retest. Oh, we'd already getting a retest on REPL. I'm not going to play it this time because, again, the slow grind up action I don't love. Let me know if y'all see anything. BGLC's a little pump, but nothing I love right now. Ooh, AZTR. Nice little pop here. Where's it going? I might play the dollar on it. AZTR. I don't know what the news is, so I probably should look that up. But I'll try to get in around $1, then I'll pull up the news. Okay, I'm in at $1.05. So let's see what the news is. AZTR announced positive preclinical. Ooh, I love preclinical news, so I'm adding to it. I'm gonna grab some more. Preclinical's trash. And again, it still could rip, but preclinical is usually pretty weak. So I added to it in the dollar range. What are some levels it might run to, though? 3, and it is not held by much institution, not held by many insiders. The float is 3 million, so feel pretty good about it. So I'll let it play out, see what happens with it. Let me know if Moon's pumping it. Let me know if Ross is in it. Getting a little flush. Now let's see if it dies. Every time it flushes, it fakes us out. Comes back up. Ross does not like cheap stocks. Got it. So my average is not that great. It's 103. So might add more if it gets back to like 110. But not stressing. I like where I'm at. I'm just gonna let it play out. It's not pushing higher. Good chance it'll fail. And here it goes. I'm only in 3,000 shares, but up a couple hundred now. And good. Something else will steal its attention. Hopefully. BGLC. Oh, wow. It pushed hard to, I don't know what this level I've drawn previously was, but it rejected there. Wow. So money might rotate back to AZTR. So I'm up about 160 on it. So I might trim a little here. And we're flushing, baby. Let's go. Trim a little bit more here at 90 cents. Miss. No, I got fuel. Never mind. So I'm only in 500 shares now. BGLC has a beautiful flush. Wow. So I'm all out of AZTR. It might die, go away, and I might miss the rest of the move, but I'm okay with that. Man, what a tease. Sitting at now between the last few plays I played, I'm sitting at $1,995.92. Y'all know I like to hit 2K, so kind of like my subconscious goal. I don't force it, but I like whenever I hit it. But I'm $4.08 away now. So trying to figure out how to word this without sounding like a degenerate, but I wanna be over 2K, so maybe there'll be another play here shortly. I think these are fake out alerts. Yeah. Gotta read some comments now. Let's see what y'all are saying. What are y'all feeling about BYND? I don't know. I was playing it earlier, but these slow fades are not really for me anymore. I mean, certain time and place. So I don't know. That's why I got out of it. It'll probably end up just fading away. Look at the daily. Yeah, I think it'll just fade away. But and see if it did the little gap fill thing. So now it'll probably just go back down. But who knows? Who knows? Not financial advice. That's just my guess. FGNX. FG. Thanks. I'm probably too late. I don't know when you sent that. Yeah, too late. Our EPL making a new high. Again, that's why I don't like these bigger market caps. It's going to keep grinding up, probably. I might play AZTR. I don't think I'm gonna play a VWAP, but if it gets to $1 again, yeah, I'm probably back. I'm getting ready to re-enter this thing. Okay, I got my first entry here at 99 cents. I think we could see a fail here, so could push to $1.06 before it fails again, or potentially even $1.12, but I think it's gonna struggle a little bit here, so let's see. Got an entry at 99 cents, so hopefully I'm not early, but it looks like it's struggling. Let's see. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like on it. So 2 candles have technically closed above VWAP, so let's see if it pushes higher. I still think it fails, but let's see. And if it doesn't, no big deal. I'll add more at 106 area, but it looks like it's going to fail here. I'm in a couple thousand shares. I kind of like this one though, because the float is 3.5. It has very minimal insider and institution ownership, and it's preclinical. So as long as something else steals attention, I think this one will die. But again, could be wrong. If nothing else moves the rest of pre-market, or steals a lot of attention, it could push back up, but feeling pretty good about it. The point is, I made my $5. I'm up about 150 bucks on it, but I kind oh, there we go. Kind of want to see it more than that now, but I want to see if it just completely dies. You know, like when you look back intraday at some of the plays you played, and they're all like, you know, you played them at like $1, and then you look back and it's like at 70 cents now, or like much lower. It's just like, I wish I would have held a little longer. So I'm gonna try to hold this one. It's not really the best time to hold at 8:14 though, because it's gonna be a while before something else steals its attention. But let's see. Let's see. Jelani, I love and hate that feeling, right? It confirms that we have an edge, but it also confirms that I would have made money if I just would have like wait, made even more money. Just chilling. If it breaks this candle, I'm not going to be happy, but if it doesn't break the 99 cents, I'm still just chilling. I might even add. Added more at 98 cents. I'm in 3,000 shares. If it breaks above $1, I'll probably just cut and add at $1.06 if it gets there. But now I'm 3,000 shares. My average is 98.8 cents now. Uh-oh, here it goes. That's what I didn't want to see. So now I'm getting punished for being greedy. So let's see if it holds over $1. If it does, I'll probably just trim and reevaluate the position. But like I was saying, this is a time that's a little sketchy because there's nothing that's going to really steal its attention right now at 8:17. And that's something I factor in a lot. Okay, so I'm not going to freak out yet because I want to see what this 5-minute candle does, see if it holds over $1. But I am down a little bit in this one now. I'm down 150 bucks on it, so should have waited for a better retest. Okay, now that we're at break even, I got my size down. I'm only in 2,000 shares now. I had an order waiting at 99 cents, so it got filled. So back to at break even, so back to only 2,000 shares. Just so if it pumps back up to that 105, 106 area, I can add if I want to. I might wait though, just to see where it's trying to go, because this is, yeah, I'm going to add here though. Ooh, this might go against me pretty hard. I'm glad I trimmed down. So I'm down about 300 bucks on it right now. See what it does at this level. I'm adding, by the way, I added up here. But if it breaks and holds, I gotta trim. I'm at a decent size now. If it breaks over $1.12 and holds, which it looks like it's trying to. Pick the wrong one to hold for a flush. My average is 102 now. Because I actually added a decent amount up here at, I don't know what my last entry was, what? 111, 1,000 shares. Ooh, not a good sign. Not a good sign. Let's see if it holds above that level. Trying not to bail, but I might go ahead and start trimming down my size if it holds over that level. Yeah, I'm gonna start trimming here. Just get my size down a little bit. So where could this one be going? Hopefully not $1.36, $1.34, potentially $1.28. So only 2,000 shares now. Took a little loss on it to get my share size down, just in case it wants to rip up. Just playing a little bit of defense. Yeah, I'm still not even super confident it's going to rip up, but it's definitely trying. But it could. So that's why I, was playing defense. I'm down to 2,000 shares now. If we're still hanging out in this area around 8:30 and I see a decent PR come out and something start catching some momentum, I might play it, add to it. Trim some more here at 111. Still took a little loss on it, so I'm only in 1,500 shares. I think this thing wants to rip up. So I'm getting my share size down just in case it does. All I needed was $5. I got greedy. think this is a decent level though, because I mean it's struggling to hold over the what is it, the 112 level? MMA. So I'm actually going to add back to my AZTR since this one's running. But it's not holding, so never mind. So no, didn't play this one or AZTR. Wasn't fast enough. So took 500 more shares out at 107. So I'm only at 1,000 shares out. I'm mostly just playing defensive with this one, guys. Like it could flush and I could make money on it, but more just defense mode. I'm having a good morning, so or a decent morning. I want it to stay that way. I'd rather take a small loss than potentially a big, like here we go. So I'm only in 1,000 shares now. So this thing can rip. I don't really care. I mean, I prefer it not to, but I'm small now, so it's not going to hurt. And I can add 128 or wherever. Mo from Moon Market is talking about AZTR. I don't know who Mo is. Is that like a trader in his Discord or something? Did I even look up the news with this one? What is the news with AZTR? Oh, yes, this is a pretty clinical one. Yeah, they usually don't run too hard like this, but I will add in the 128 or around 128. Probably first entry 126. Here we go. We got an order waiting at 126. RDPL, is it still running? No. Yeah, there's a lot, Mahal. You probably just hopped on. There's a lot I don't like about it. I do like how it's responding around the 200, struggling, but big market cap and huge insider ownership. So probably going to avoid. $126 got filled, or actually only 600 of the 1,000 shares got filled. So still waiting for 400 more to get filled, if it does. And then if it starts breaking past like 128, I might play it all the way up to 136, 140. But if it starts breaking past those levels, let's see, where's the, oh, then the 200's here. So there's a lot of good levels on this thing, to be honest. Ton of levels all throughout here. So I'll see what happens when we get there, but G and LN. But if it starts looking like it's going to be the runner on the day, I'm not going to try to fight it. Oh my gosh. I'm getting some locates on this one. I know this company very well. Green Lane Holdings. They're cannabis. They sell cannabis stuff like NCR. Thing is ripping. I don't know why, but I'm about to get a position in it. Okay, I'm in at 620. Small. And I got another order sitting at 690, and it almost got there. I'm in small because the float's tiny. The float is tiny on this one, so. Like I said, got an entry at 620. I'm just going to hold this one. I don't know why it's popping. Let me see if there's some news associated with it. Announces 110 private placement to initiate cryptocurrency treasury. Jeez. And I still like these plays, guys. I mean, I like these plays now. After they make their initial move, they usually die. So let's just fingers crossed that initial move was made. I mean, I'm sitting pretty good with it right now. Only entered, a few hundred shares, but up a decent amount. So I'm just going to hold it just to see if it flushes. Because that's worked out for me beautifully with AZTR. Oh, it is. Dang, I should have closed out some here on that flush. Oh, GNLN is dying. Let's go. There we go. Obviously, it took some attention away from AZTR. Wasn't ready to cover some on this flush. Oh man, I'm banking on G and LN. I'm actually gonna trim some here at $5. And again, what I meant by liking these crypto treasury plays, if it continues, I don't know, but when they first were doing these crypto treasury plays, they were ripping and running and breaking new highs, and you were sweating and you couldn't get out of them. Now, what I've been seeing lately is they make a strong initial move like this, and then they don't continue. They just flush. So I'm holding. I trimmed some already at 5, but most of them at 5 actually. But I'm still holding a few. And I might just finish and just get out of all my, well, I'll hold a couple hundred. So I'm over 2,000 in realized now, but I'm down 200 and some change on AZTR now. So let's see what happens with it. I think it's going to probably it could keep pushing because the thing is I needed something to steal attention continuously. Like this, it stole it for a second, but I wouldn't be surprised if AZTR recovers. But if it gets back to VWAP, I'm probably just going to get out. Because I don't like trading like this anymore where I'm like chasing and I'm behind and trying to average up. So I don't mind taking a little loss on this one. There we go. There we go. So I'm covering here. So I'm only in 427 shares. I don't know how I got. Oh, so you remember the 1,000 orders I had waiting at $1.26? I, I'm a little confused, but I only got partially. I got 993 filled, and I've been kind of scaling out. I'm not really sure how the math is mathing, but the point is, my 126 fill, it ended up. I'm so confused. Let's see. No, no, I don't know. It's not making sense. Let's see. So 73 were not filled. I don't know, but the point is I'm only in 420 shares now. I was able to trim out most of VWAP. Again, took a loss on it, but that was intentional. I just want to, I just have a feeling this one could run for a little bit. So I just want to get out. And I'm completely out of this one. GNLN. It could keep dropping and it probably will, but the float's a little tiny. So I just took my profits on it. Oh, I'm lying. I'm still in 200. So I'm still in 200 of these. So you know what? I'm gonna hold on to GNLN. Sorry, not intentionally trying to lie to you. I thought I closed it. It's hard to see with mobile. My bad, guys. So I'm actually still in 200, and I might just hold on to these and just see if it fades a little more. So I'm only in 420 of AZTR, and I'm in 200 of GNLN, and maybe I should have closed them all. Oh, I should have added at 6. You know what? I'm gonna wait. Screw it. I'm gonna enter a little right here at 6. I didn't. Oh, there you go. Finally got filled. Okay. Cool. keep an eye on that one. Yeah, my math ain't mathing. Because I'm getting like partial fills and it screws me up. Because I got a partial fill on 126 and then I got a partial fill on 111. So kind of confused. I'm still kind of confused how I got to 420, but whatever. That's another thing about the mobile. Like when I'm in the middle of a position, I can't see the other positions I'm in. So that's one of the biggest downsides to mobile trading. It's just like the visibility. Like something else could be tanking or ripping, and I don't even know if I'm on my order screen. But going back to AZTR, I think I'm gonna get completely out here. So the 420 I have left, I'm just going to get out at $1.11 or $1.10. Let's see if it gets filled. Now I'm gonna get out $1.11. I don't think it. Yep, glad I did. So I'm completely out of. Managed it pretty well. Probably took a little. I mean, definitely took a little loss on that last one, but I was able to keep it manageable. So. And I am glad I got out because now it's pushing up. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one now. No partial fills on this one though in my full position. So let's see if it flushes. When I say full position, like 500 shares. I didn't play this one very heavy. Not like a massive position. Mismanage AZTR, so I'm back at $1,890. I'm up a decent amount. So if I close this one right now, I'll be over 2K on the day, but I want it to get a little closer to 5, and then I'll close. There we go. I'm gonna cover. There we go. Barely 2,000. Thought it would be more than that, but whatever. $2,039 on the day. So if I end here, I will not cry. It's not the worst day, but definitely mismanaged this play. Picked the wrong one to see if it would flush, but survived it. So all good. Yeah, this one was confusing because I got a partial fill here on 126 and got a partial cover at 111. And I hate when it's not whole numbers, like throws me off. Because I'm never going to like take profits like 70 shares or whatever. It's always going to be in increments of like 100 or 50 maybe if it's a big ticker, but usually 100. Can't tell you how many times I've given back profits. So the profit is a whole number, yeah. Probably not a good way to be. I was more talking about the fills. Like whenever I like close out or cover, I'm never going to put like 77 shares. So that's why I hate. It was like, it was because of the partial fills up here at 126. Oh. See what y'all are saying. GNLN back to 6. Play that one. And J minus. So y'all ain't saying much. Cool. 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 Hope y'all made some money on some of these. I might miss a bigger flush here on GNLN, but honestly, guys, I'm pretty content. Pretty content. 9 o'clock's right around the corner. Y'all know I don't love the 9 o'clock pops. So unless I see something beautiful, I'm probably not going to play it. Feel like I did pretty good with locates too. Didn't overpay for locates today. I think the most, yeah, 350, 350, 4, 4, 4, 80 cents, 4, $2, 5, and 10. Yeah, let's go. Locates were cheap today. BG almost flat for me today. Tried REPL. You were right. Yeah, no, this one is kind of grinding up, isn't it? Yeah. But I'm glad I was able to speak through my thought process with why I usually avoid these. It happens, bro. I learned the hard way. First time viewer, do you exclusively trade to the short side? Yeah, I would say exclusively, 99% of the time. But thanks for hopping on. Yeah, that's where the edge is for me, for sure. I think it's for everyone, but we have some longs on that might disagree. But yeah, that's where my edge is for sure. Let's see, Jelani up a decent amount, probably going to cool it until after hours. Same. Like I said, I'm just hanging out at this point. I'll probably hop off in the next little bit. That's why I said the 9 o'clock pops I'm probably going to avoid just because my win rate goes down with those. What's RAPT doing? I'm not interested, but ooh, this thing is. I just want to look at it. RAPT, it's over my price range, and this chart looks sketchy, so I'm not messing with it. BG, I do feel like REPL will fail at open, but I got to go to work. Yeah, I don't know what it'll do, to be honest. These things grind, but they do fail occasionally. It's just not as consistent because it's so interesting. Both these had very similar news, but I really think due to the market cap and the institutional ownership on this one, it pushed a little higher. I was seeing pops on super low volume. Seems like it's being propped up. Yeah, and I talked about it recently. That's why I try to avoid them with really high institutional ownership. Just one, the float is tight. It's tighter than it really shows. And two, yeah, if you own 90% of the float, you can definitely manipulate these things. Not really sure why I'm staring at AZTR. There's just nothing else that I'm really interested in. Might just wrap up. I'm happy where I'm at. Don't see myself. Well, what? Yeah, I don't see myself playing any 9 o'clock news, so I'll probably wrap up here, guys. But pretty good morning. And if you're not in the Discord, I'll be active today if I see anything interesting. I know I haven't been super active the last couple intradays is because I haven't been getting a lot of alerts. The 200, the thing I mostly look for during the day is like retests, and I can't see those unless I'm watching, or the 200 daily SMA plays. And there hasn't been a ton. I actually did a little bit of back testing this weekend, to see if it still has the edge. And it does, but there hasn't been a lot of alerts. But Friday was slow anyway, so I think there wasn't a lot of alerts for anything Friday. But if I go to, and I love trade ideas to be able to do this. So if I go back to my previous alerts from last week, I think yesterday there was, or Friday, there was only one alert. Yeah, it was RANI, and that's when it blew past it. Is RANI still up? No. And I'm gonna just do a little in the next few minutes. If y'all stick around, I'm gonna just do a little education. So this is what happened on Friday. This is the alert I got, but I want to show you the difference between a play. So it was at 90 cents. I'll tell you why this was not a play. If you pull up the 5 minute, look at it at 90 cents. It's not a play if it blows through it like this. See how it blew through it right here? That's not a play. You want to see it move. And again, this is not financial advice. This is how I play it. I just want to be super clear about it. So like before this candle was over, it was already up at $1.28. That's not a play. But another example of, let's see if it loads. The one before it was a really good example, because I know a lot of y'all will be like, well, it blew past it. Well, then that's not the play. Just like it blows past another level. I like to see hesitation in this area. So like LGCB was the day before. I think this was this after? Like look at this one. Let's see. No, this isn't the right one. I don't think. Oh, it was TOVX. TOVX, I think. I think this was after hours. Yeah, it was at 4 p.m. Like look at this. Look at this perfect rejection right here at the 200. So when I play these, I want to see like some hesitation at that level. Yeah, I play front side, but if it's not even slowing down, so let's pull up the daily again. So if it's not even slowing down, so it was right here at 80, what was that? So these are the plays I like, where it'll move towards it like this, hesitate, and then fail. Because if it blows past it, it's not a play. But just wanted to show that there hasn't been a lot. And then on 10:16, there was only one alert. 10:15, there was quite a few. But the point is, there hasn't been a lot of these alerts. So, but if I see some today, I'll share it in the Discord. Dang, AZTR breaks my heart. Did it fail? Ooh, it did fail. Did something else steal its attention? Is anything else moving? Or did it just finally just give out? Or did Moon and his Discord say to sell? But anyways, guys, on that note, and of course, I would love to have been in this, but I'm content. I was playing defense there just to prevent taking some losses. Took a little loss on it, but I can live with it. Made money on the first run. Took a little loss on the second play. So the game we play. But on that note, and look at REPL, it just made a new high. Yeah. You're short, again, do your own thing. Can't give financial advice, but I will be avoiding this one. So, oh, nice job, Alexandru. You got out at 101. Let's go. But anyways, on that note, guys, I'm not gonna play 9 o'clock. I will be back tomorrow, live streaming at 7 o'clock if you're new, and if you're in the Discord, I will see you there.